everybody, PJ back with Exotic Car Hacks, and today we're going to talk about this very simple concept. Will car prices fall? Now, if you follow my videos on a weekly basis, then you saw my video that discussed the power of COVID pricing, what is happening, and why my view on money is significantly different than just about anyone else on YouTube. If you haven't or haven't followed this channel for a while, you need to like, subscribe, and hit notifications and check out that video, because you will see that the way I look at the markets are very, very specific to cars, because I've been doing this for a long time and I look at it from an economic standpoint that isn't looked at by a lot of people that are in the car market. So what do we know about car pricing and COVID? That's in the other video. But will car prices come back down is one of the hottest topics of discussion between me and some of my very wealthy friends, which brings me back down to this very common question. Are we going to see Huracan, Gallardo, F430 prices ever coming down? And I'd like to bring up this very basic point that, for example, Huracans, right, are up from 150K to now almost 220K, which is a 70K increase in 12 months, right? That's crazy. F430 Ferraris used to be 80K, are now for the same car about 115K. Now, that in itself right there is insane, because that's a 35K in 12-month increase. And this is continuing to go up, and this has been stable. So we start to wonder, will we ever see F430s again around this 80K mark, or Huracans around the 150K mark? And so here comes the strategy behind Exotic Car Hacks that people aren't talking about because they don't understand what we do. So let me bring you to this very simple concept that you need to understand. First off, if you're not a member, Exotic Car Hacks is a platform with now over 15,000 members, all of which are learning the economics behind the car market to be able to be in a position to drive, enjoy, and sell their exotic car without losing any money, worrying about insurance, depreciation, repairs, or taxes, and learn all the strategies right in our course, right? However, here is the benefits of understanding this model, is that this is what we call the stack model. So one of the easiest things I'm going to tell you without giving you too much away of my course, because I want you to join, and if you haven't yet, you need to join our family. It's really important. So click the link in the description and join us during our wait list for Black Friday, because our July 4th Black Friday sale is going to be insane, and Exotic Car Hacks memberships will be lower than ever before, but it'll only be one day. So click the link and get notified when that goes on sale. Now, one thing we look at, any production car that is currently in the market will 100% come down in its value. So if we're looking at, for example, the GT3, we've seen pricing kind of rise from the 110K mark with the new GT3 coming out and the 250K mark. And basically you have this stack, a car at 250, right? And the car before that at 110 used. Well, you have all this distance in between the two numbers. So either this car at the bottom is going to come up or this car is going to come down. And with 18s being around 190 to 200, you start to get in this range where the gap gets smaller between 250 and 200. So one of the things we see here in the markets that we have to understand, if either car markets with new cars coming out get pushed down, or past old markets are undervalued and they get pushed up. Meaning if a car comes out at 250 and it's got a 70K premium, that means it's trading around 320. Now there's even a larger gap between the old and the new, right? We're 180 to 320. So only two things can happen. Either that 180K car has to go up to 220, or that 320K car is gonna have to start coming back down to 250. And why is that? Because new cars will pop here, and it will push this number down. Meaning, even though you are buying a 2022 and are excited, in 2023 and 2024, new versions of the model will come out, pushing the old one down. There are two very critical things happening in the car market, which I think are going to keep car prices up, way up, and not actually hand them back down. First, we're dealing with inflation around the horizon, and this is a big deal. Inflation is kind of like looming around, right? This is huge, like huge, because this is going to basically say that the new 115 is the same as the old 80, right? And just on that alone, with nothing else. Production will come back, certainly, but the car markets are changing. 6-speeds are going away. Electric cars are coming. Electric variances are coming. So there's always a reason to think that a Huracan will retain its value, because obviously it's a V10 and they're now doing a V8 twin turbo for the next one. So you have this completely different dynamic again. And people in speculation are betting that the Huracan market isn't coming down. But you have this other thing outside of inflation that people aren't talking about. and it's the plus MSRP prices. This we've seen in the ERS market. You can look back at my video where I break down the ERS MSRP. If the manufacturer has an MSRP of $250 on a Huracan, but now the new MSRP on the new Huracan is $350, that $100K margin creates the same stack we just saw and pushes pricing up instead of down, forcing the cheap pricing from $110K with inflation to come up instead of the other one putting pressure down. This is the key to understanding why I believe that car prices are not coming back down under any circumstance for a lot of these out of production cars, especially when so many variances, higher MSRPs and things are changing. So the gist of it, get used to higher pricing on the same cars that you were used to paying less for. But don't forget that even if you pay more using exotic car hack strategy, you still won't lose any money. It just doesn't matter. And that's the benefit of understanding the strategies we teach and why car hacking is single-handedly the most financially responsible way to buy a car in 2020, 2021, 2022, and forever onward. So if you like this video or want more videos like this, tell me what you think. Will car prices fall or not? Comment, suggestion, like, notifications on, and I'll catch you in the next Exotic Car Hacks video.